woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah! I know this'll be the day. Oh, yeah. Everything will be okay. Oh, yeah. I kiss my cares all away. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Hey. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Oh yeah! Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. It's a real good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Woo! It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up! Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah! I know this'll be the day. Everything will be okay. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Hey. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Oh yeah! Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, Shana.
Good morning.
Hey, welcome back to work, everybody.
Yeah. This week just still, I view it as kind of a, catch-up week.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But, January is going to roll around here really soon, and we're going to want to be busy and get back to work. So get to work, people.
Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining us, and a Happy New Year coming up soon.
Yes.
Stacey's Weekly Update, topic number 1.
Awesome.
TREC, new HOA website is launched.
Yep.
So Shauna's going to show you that one. Quick overview of environmental studies.
Oh, that's super
what that's
exciting.
all about. Just something a little bit different. And if we happen to get to it, or it'll go to tomorrow, will be a look at where the 30-year interest rate is currently.
Oh, that's cool. And is it going to change?
Well,
Who knows?
don't know.
All right, you ready to get started? I'm
Yes.
excited to see Stacey.
It's time for Stacey's Weekly Update. Let's do it.
Hey everybody, I hope that you had a great holiday and that you got to spend time with family and friends. I wanted to update you guys. I did hit my 215 miles for the end of the year, and I'm looking forward to my new challenge starting next week of using our rowing machine and figuring that out and doing something different. So let's get to contracts and closings for the last couple of weeks. So Monday, December 13th through Sunday, December 26th, we had one contract turned in, and that belonged to Hannah. Then we had 3 closings. One was Shana's, one was Amy's, and one was Katy's. So congratulations to everybody. I'm looking forward to the new year that's coming. I know that we can all set goals and work hard to doing better and striving each and every day to accomplish more and being more efficient. So I'm here to help with anything you guys need. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Stacey. Congratulations on hitting your goals.
Yes, and so I guess Santa brought Stacey a rowing machine, maybe. And I'm just wondering, Stacey, if you would like to take, we could give suggestions and create a goal for you. What do you think?
Well, that's I think what she's referring to is it's something that my father used to do for us for New Year's Day. He used to make New Year's resolutions for us and tell us what we could be better at.
That's cool. If you couldn't come up with it. Even if you could, I think he...
Yeah, he was like, hey, you can be
no.
better with this. And I was like, oh, okay.
All right. Thank you,
Yes.
Dad.
And, as an adult, there's always still things you can work on. I learn them each day, and we try to get better all the time for everybody.
All the time. All right. Thank you, Stacey. Appreciate it.
That's Shana Acquisto. She's a luxury real estate broker, and TREC has a new HOA website that just launched. We're going to show that off, give you the link to it, and split the screen and do it. So let's chat that link in and get started. Omkar, sir?
So as we know, last year, well, actually it's still this year, the legislative session made a change to the requirements for the HOAs to create more transparency, which I love. So when an HOA amends or creates a new website, they are required to now file their resale certificates with this website. And so TREC has created this website, and we're going to pull it up right now. So you guys might want to save it. And this is how you can search for the management certificates. So just know it is going to take some time for these to get uploaded in there. TREC does not regulate HOAs. Let's just make that clear. But what we're going to do, what you're going to be able to do here is search for the HOA and then hopefully be able to get the certificates and information you need prior to making an offer. So I think this is going to be really good. So any HOA that creates a new website or amends their information must file it with the county, which then gets uploaded here. They have to upload it here. So if they make a change, they have until June of next year to get it filed and uploaded. So that's what I mean by it could take a little bit of time to see it here. But over time, this is going to create a lot of transparency and help us out. This has been a huge issue for us. A lot of unknowns, and they kind of sneak in some of these capital improvement fees and things that, you know, kind of, in my opinion, kind of getting around, it's kind of sneaky because people don't know to ask or to know about those things. So I think this is going to be good.
All right, so that is there and it is up. And we will link it, if you could, Anna, put this in the agent portal so they can get to it directly and put it under there.
So if you search for the HOA and it's not there, don't think, oh, well, you know, I don't need to keep searching further. You do. So I would say just keep doing what you were doing this current year until, you know, probably over the next year, 2022, and then maybe we'll start to see things be more updated and that'll be a better resource. But you can check there first, and if you don't see it, then we have to, you know, dig a little deeper.
Okay. And I saw there was 281, I think, currently in the state. And so I think there's going to be a lot more of those that need to go up until it's a viable resource for us to truly utilize. Right now, they're trying to collect the information.
Right.
So that's where that one stands.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Quick overview of environmental studies. What does this mean? Have you ever heard that you need a phase 1 or a phase 2 environmental study on a specific property? If you're dealing maybe in farms or ranches or more land, then maybe that's something that does come up for you.
Or if you're gonna build on a lot, do they require that?
Yeah, it depends on your lender and what was previously on the property. So we do have a link here that we're going to show off, and we'll get you guys over there. And if you take a look here, this is a company that you could order such items from. Environmental Assessments is the name of the company, and their website's up here at phase1.expert. So it's always nice to have a .expert link, right?
Yeah.
That kind of interesting. I'd never
And maybe
never
if
seen
someone
that
just
one.
wants to know, have a study done, right? That not for a lender or for financing. Maybe you just want to know kind of what's going on your land.
Yep, then you could absolutely do that.
Yeah.
And so these studies here in particular for a phase 1 study is going to run you about $2,000 for a study.
So you don't want to do that.
And what that's going to do is tell you if there's anything that needs to be studied further. So that'll include a professional coming out, taking pictures, touring the land, and seeing and doing research based on the historic use of the property to see if there is anything currently on the property or touching the property that could be a problem with any of its neighbors. So this would cover items such as maybe if there was gas tanks, disposal of trash. There might have been chemicals put on there. Might have been a home that was torn down in an illegal way and there's something there. Underground storage tanks for propane or septic or some of those things. If there was like a mine there previously for coal or something, and was it recaptured correctly? Is there water runoff going into a certain spot? Are one of your neighbors draining something onto your property that could be an issue? So if they find anything in a phase 1 inspection, then there is a more detailed inspection off in a phase 2. If there's any type of mitigation done or anything like that. So that might be, you'd probably need a phase 2 on any property that ever had any underground storage tanks of any type. So specifically like a gas station would be like the most readily apparent one that you would pretty much be like, all right, cool, there's a gas station here. Yes, let's do that. You know, if you have any property that there used to be a farmer that had, they often will have gas tanks on their property as a farmer, and they have a dye in it, so they don't pay the highway tax because it's going to be used on their property. So they'll have a tint in their fuel. So that's something a little unique there. And
interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So if that happens to be the case, then you would need a more in-depth phase 2. So these inspections are going to take a couple of weeks to complete. It's going to take several hours for them to tour and walk the property for each specific one, but that's what you can get. Now, with this, there's all types of other reports that you might also do, right? So the environmental is kind of the first one. A desktop review is going to be if you previously had a study done and you wanted to have that new study reviewed or updated. Kind of like if you had a survey and you wanted to get that updated for some reason, then you could do that, and if nothing changed, but just bring it to current.
Okay. I have a question. Are these filed somewhere?
No.
Like a historical review, you know, if somebody had a test before, they would have to know that they had a test. We couldn't go back and discover that.
Yes,
somewhere.
correct.
Okay.
So it would be a question that you would probably have on your seller's disclosure if there had previously been one or any issues with it. Then that would be disclosure type information that you would pass on to the next person. When you're completing a study, there's a questionnaire that's sent out with a lot of questions, and then you answer and say, has there ever previously been a study done, and could you provide it to me? They're also looking for chain of title and contact information to be able to get in touch with people to ensure that all the questions are kind of asked, and they make sure there's not anything that's there that they should know about.
Bottom line is, I think you should always ask questions. Mike is really good about asking questions, and no one's going to just volunteer information, and sometimes they honestly do forget. So when you start, doing a project or something like this, you want to ask the seller the questions, because then it puts it on them if they say no, right? If they say, I don't know, or no, this never happened here, and then later you discover it did, well, then you have something.
Well, so a good example of this would also be something you couldn't necessarily see. We were at a property specifically that I can remember where there was a trash dump that was uphill or upstream. So the groundwater would travel through the ground and to this property downhill.
Yeah.
And so the property was downhill of a former landfill that we weren't readily knowledgeable about, but we did find that question, and it was potentially contaminating the groundwater that they were drinking from. And there were certain levels of it, and they're like, yeah, no, it's fine. If you just put like chlorine tablets in there, you're totally fine. And it was like, wait, hang on, let's ask some more questions here. So that would be something that would show up in an environmental study, that they would be testing the soils and or the water. So there's more things that you can dig into.
So that was not disclosed at all, but once a question started being asked, it was then, oh yeah, it really smells over here, and we learned all these different things. So it was interesting. But if you hadn't have asked, probably would never have known. So ask the questions.
Yep. So those are just some different things, and we hope that helps you out. Might help you on this property or on a one in the future. But specifically, if you ever have anything that has a well, a septic on site instead, or like some type of leach field or something like that, any type of water, anything unique, that's the type of thing that you would probably want to have concluded on it, and probably just ask the seller to provide it for you, because there's no reason for you to go under contract until you have all of that stuff completed.
Correct.
Part of your due diligence, kind of like an inspection.
And it's not just large parcels of land. Right? Say you buy a home that is on an acre or two, and then next to it is a large parcel of land. So lots of uses for this.
There you go. That's a quick overview. Well, that's a wrap for us, Shana. A couple of quick topics. A thank you to Stacey, and Happy New Year's. Looking forward, right?
Looking forward to Happy New Year. We're going to have a great New Year.
Well, thanks for the information on the HOA website, and then the overview on environmental studies and what that kind of is. And then we're going to have weekly meetings this week. Do we know about that tomorrow? Weekly meetings?
Yes.
We don't have to. So.
Can we take a quick vote?
Or
are you guys kind of getting ready for the new year and want to take this week to kind of have a week off and start back fresh the first week of January?
Chat in now and let us know how you kind of feel about that one. Yeah, if anyone wants off tomorrow, or if there's some time that we need to take right now because people have stuff going on, that's totally fine.
Put away your Christmas stuff.
This is one of those weeks, like you're saying, Shana.
Yeah. And while we're waiting on this vote to come in, if you do have a real Christmas tree and you're wanting to figure out you need to dispose of it, let us know. you could bring it out to our McKinney property and we could chop it up and burn it.
There you go.
That's a fun thing we do every year now.
Yeah, so just bring it out anytime you want. We do have, I did put a live Christmas tree. Just let us know, and don't
just drop it in our driveway, or it needs to be, at least close to the burn pile, please.
So if I got to vote, my vote is going to be no. So let me click over here, weekly meetings, no for Mike. Uh-oh, I need to sign in. Well, that didn't quite work. So Omkar, tell me what the final tally is on the vote there. And then we can...
Yep, and then we'll send a message out and let you guys know. We don't want to keep them.
People said no on the meeting, so no meeting for this week. Tomorrow, we'll get you the weekly meeting next week. All right?
Okay.
Thank you guys. See you tomorrow for TNT.
See you tomorrow.
I broke that. I clicked it and it was like, yo, sign in now. All right.
First topic, TREC's new HOA website.
TREC's new HOA website.
I didn't know we were taking a picture there. Okay.
Yeah, let's get the TREC picture.
I have it.
Oh, you have it? That's the website?
That's TREC.
Let me see if I can grab the actual site, because it was HOA.
Okay.
HOA dot
He's got it.
Texas. I know, but I have to put it on my phone. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Ready? Thank you. I was just trying to get this actual site.
Quick overview. Studies. Now.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Correct. Microphone.
It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up. Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. I know this'll be the day. Everything will be okay. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, 'cause I hear